Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a creative 3D journal page. It's a bit cottagecore Bridgerton inspired and it's over 2 pages in my bullet journal. So let me show you how I made it. I'm starting off here with my little ruler and pencil, and I'm just measuring out the page dimensions and how big I want the cutout of this top page to be. So I'm doing, I've decided it's going to be a window opening, French Riviera inspired. So here I'm just marking out how big I want the window opening to be, bearing in mind I've got the window doors that will be open and I will do them in watercolor towards the end. I'm also using the dots on the page of my bullet journal to help me keep the cutout in the middle and use my protractor to get a good arch for the top of the window. Now, having drawn the top of the arch, I'm just making the actual window cutout slightly bigger. Obviously I've done this in pencil, so it's easy to just erase and start again. Now I'm using my craft knife to cut the hole in the top piece of the paper. I've just used a bit of cardboard so I don't cut through to the page behind, and I'm using my ruler as a guide to make sure I get a nice clean cut. You can also pierce a hole in the middle and use some scissors if you don't have a craft knife or a board behind or whatever. I'm doing this for each side of the window, and then I'm going to move on to cutting the arch shape for the top. You can see me here using the craft knife to cut the arch. However, I quickly found that I wasn't creating the perfect line, so I actually opted to use scissors to cut the rest of it, just to make sure that I was very happy with the finish. And now I've cut that, I can now start thinking about what's going behind, what's going within the window, the composition of the page, etc. Here I'm adding the windowsill, but also the windows to be opened, so the overall effect will be we're looking through an open window. I've taken my time with drawing this out in pencil to make sure I get the right perspective, and because it's in pencil I can just rub it out and start again. If you're struggling with this aspect, you could cut some paper in the same shape, print out printable, or not have any windows at all. You could create foliage with stickers around the window if you don't fancy this bit. Now I have opted for brown paper to go as the backing on the second page, so this will be seen through the cutout of the window. Here I am just making sure that it fits the dimensions of the window, but you can layer whatever you'd like behind the window. I've marked on the size of the window on a piece of paper because I'm going to rip round the edge for the effect of the second page. Gluing down that brown paper, I actually find that I'm a little bit short at the top of the arch, so I just added a bit of the paper that I'd ripped off and glued it underneath. It's not going to be noticeable when the spread is finished. I'm a firm believer in that you can always layer over your mistakes within your bullet journal and not to worry about any of it. It's all about being creative and having fun. I had decided I wanted to use this photo of a floral design within an urn. So here I am playing with the composition through the window, whether it goes on the first page or the second page. It's all about the relationship between the two pages. I often try and plan out the composition of these pages, particularly with two-page or three-page spreads, because it's important how they sit together. Here I'm using some beige star washi tape at the bottom, still bearing in mind the composition and relationship between the two pages, but now I am moving on to creating the second page spread. I'm just gluing on the photo of the flowers and building this page from there. Flicking back between the two pages, I realised the washi tape is slightly too high, as I don't want this to be visible from the front, so I've just peeled it off and placed it a little lower, and then I'm going to re-stick the urn over the top. I'm happy with how the page is developing, so I've moved back to think about the front cover. Playing here with little petal flowers and how I would like them. I knew I wanted to incorporate some paper ephemera, so I've used a page from an old book that I bought in the charity shop, all about country gardens. I often like to cut words and slogans or phrases out of old books, but you can also use stickers or stamps, or you could handwrite a title, you could print a quote off Pinterest. There's all sorts of ways you can incorporate writing into your bullet journal spread creatively. The colour and patina of the paper also really aesthetically suits this spread. Making sure it's all glued down properly so that it doesn't come off when I'm flicking between the two pages. And we can see this page is really building now. Now flicking back to the bottom page of this 2-page spread, I'm looking at building this page a little bit more, incorporating from the paper ephemera that I've just used on the front page into the second page. Here I'm ripping the edge, slightly off camera. I'm just ripping the edge of the paper to the size that I'd like. And I've actually decided again here that I would like to move the washi tape again. A great thing about washi tape is that you can often take it off your bullet journal without ruining the paper and then reapply it within the spread, or even if you use a piece of plastic to stick it to, it should remain its stickiness and you can use it on a different spread. So here I'm removing that beige star washi tape. It does really go with the colour palette, so I just put it here on my desk because I want to use it within this spread. I'm just not sure where yet. Gluing down the paper ephemera vintage book that I bought from the charity shop and resticking the I've left the edge of this paper on as I like the sort of rough edge that goes with the ripped brown paper I've used on the rest of this spread. Here I'm thinking about where to put the washi tape, and finally I'm going to apply it in the position that it does stay. Now I'm on to the final stretch of this spread. I'm going to use some of my stickers to, add depth, decorate, and bring this spread together. I'm using a few different sticker sheets here. My sticker sheets are all environmentally friendly. They are biodegradable, compostable, wood-free and recyclable. The detail is in the paper fibres, as the sticker's sheet material is made from cane fibres and without silicone, so making them a friend to the planet. These stickers are also handmade by me, keeping their carbon footprint as low as possible. All of my sticker sheets in my shop are made of this paper, so you can feel confident to use them in your bullet journal. I also offer custom sticker sheets if you would like. So I've used a butterfly lower down from the butterfly collection. I've used a peony or a pansy flower sticker there, and I'm also thinking about a quote that I could use from one of my quote sheets. I've actually also repositioned this pansy sticker, which is another great thing about these stickers. The soft stickiness is perfect for your bullet journal and does allow it to be repositioned if you're not happy with the placement of the sticker at a different point in your spread. I always like to finish off with little doodles of stars. I often just use little dots, stars, asterisks, crosses, sometimes little circles, just to add the detail and lift. Here I'm doing in a few sections of the page. I've also outlined one of the stars from the washi tape. Now that I've finished that bottom page of this 2-page spread, I'm moving on to the detail of the open windows for the front cover. I'm just using a little portable watercolor set here and a square brush. The square brush will make it easier for the edges of the window, and I'm just mixing a brown tone that I like. This tone is just very in keeping with the browns, burnt oranges, reds, dried flowers that I've used throughout this spread. So here I'm just going over my pencil marks lightly with the watercolours. Admittedly, I've not used watercolour very much in my bullet journal, and perhaps this journal isn't great for the thickness of the paper. It bled a little bit, but it still was okay to work with. Adding some toning to the windowsill. Once the little bottom layer of the watercolours has dried, it allows me to work over it in a darker tone and move on to the second door. And now that's drying, it's finished. And here is the finished 3D spread. Got the 2 pages in correlation with each other, the back page with the collage design, and the front page with the cutout windows